Okay, we have the clicking game of the mobile. Ah. So, it's nearing, I think, the last day of the week. The sun is closing to go down, although I don't have the data on that. Usually I have that on my mobile, but at least not on this one. But anyway, um, so we have 16% left on the mobile, and I really should actually. I'm not sure I have internet for that long. I didn't buy another subscription, a monthly thing, so I might. Oh yeah, just remove. Yeah, there we go. So I might lose the internet maybe today. Maybe 12 o'clock or maybe tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. It would be nice if it's first tomorrow, but who knows? And the moon, I can see the moon. It's nearing the end of the moon month. I'm not sure which biblical month we're in at the moment. It's kind of hard to follow along with everything. And, of course, I lost all my data. Thanks, Google, and thanks, Samsung. Absolutely diabolical companies, both of you. I guess a lot of companies in this world is owned by the devil and run by the devil, but that's how it is. Now here we can see how much I consume in regards to the mobile. At the moment, I have the projector on, and I have light on as well, the tent light or whatever it's called, camp light. So I'm using a lot of energy on purpose now, to try to drain it down so I could actually get to charge it. But anyway, current is 2 amps, voltage is 7.3 volts, and energy, it says there's 323 watt hours left, although this is misleading. And probably this is because the amps in the system is probably uh, told wrong. Here we have a power scaler around in regards to 1,000 because it might be making issues. I have another application where you can actually see that it makes issues in regards to the watts, but as far as I can see, it actually is correct. 14 watts, 15 watts, and all that. Um, this is a free application if you actually get it in F-Droid. So F-Droid, and you just search on WATT set, and there you go. And Dustin Brown has made this, and thank you very much, Dustin Brown, because I can't buy anything on the internet anymore because I'm a second or third grade citizen, because I don't have the digital ID bullshit, because I'm protesting against it, because we're going into a digital tyranny and further control. And no, someone has to try to resist it, although it might not be, it might be in a vein, but we have to try to do at least, you know, it's our children is going into a very, very dark future, and of course ourselves as well. Anyway, so this is application is free, and it does produce watts in regards to how much energy your mobile is really using. Don't think about the amps. Amps is stupid. It's bullshit. Use the watts. This diabolical world have so much nonsense. Watts are the real thing in regards to how much do you really use, how much can the battery really have, because it changes in regards to the voltage, and that's probably why there's some issues here. You can see that if I have a fully charged mobile, you can see there's a problem in regards to how much energy is said to be on the mobile, because it's way off. And that's probably because they've put in the wrong amps. It does work in regards to some other mobiles where they have half the voltage of this battery. In regards to the nominal effect, have 7.74 nominal voltage. And the standard battery, when you look at many of the batteries on mobiles have 3.85 voltage. That means that, of course, if you want to show in regards to how many amps that's really on it to compare with other mobiles, they have to time this with 2. But the problem with that is if they do that in the software, which they seemingly have done, then it also thinks that there's like 180 watt hours. Now I calculated 175.5 watt hours. But, when we look into it, you see a battery capacity, 23,800 milliamp hours. Now that would be 23.8 amp hours. The problem is, again, because of the voltage, this is not exact. If you calculate like voltage times battery capacity, you get a whole wrong number thing and all that, because this is double the size that it really should. Now, it is true, if you calculate, if you're going to try to take a mobile which have 3.85 volts and compare the amps with this phone, well, it's true that you need to, double the amps, but the problem is, you kind of ruin a lot of other things. So yeah, that's why you should always use watt. What, always use the energy, because this amp is like, today there's so many technologies in regards to charging. It's one technology after another in regards to charging mobiles and so what, that's like QuickTime, the PD, whatever, different versions of things, and the PPS, which is a new thing that I've hit into, which with this mobile, because this mobile actually uses PPS, which is a problem because, well, it's not a totally problem, but it's like all those chargers that I have doesn't work with it pretty much. There's few chargers that actually works because PPS is kind of not that used. So you need to find things that kind of is like PPS thing, Anyway, here we have amps. Let's see what that actually does. Discharging on battery, level 13%, good. One cycle, lithium. And here we go again. 23.8 amp hours. Now the milli is in regards to milliamps, So, or milli in regards to 1,000. So you just 1, 2, 3, and you have 23.8 amp hours. Anyway, temperature 42 Celsius, voltage 7.28 or 278 at the moment. But it's in regards to the milliamps. So here we see how many milliamps it's losing and all that. But what I really want to see is in regards to the watts. So here again, max capacity, 23.8 milliamps, and the problem is it's not really, we want to use the watts, not the milliamps, So I was looking for an application that could do that, and this one can do that. And again, probably because they put some false software things in regards of the data, because when you actually look into the phone, here, my device, and you go down here, you can see equivalent battery capacity. Yeah, okay, it might be equivalent battery capacity compared to many of the other mobiles out there that use 3.85 volts. But the problem is, if you have fixed this in, the mobile and the programs will calculate wrong things. It's been a little confusing for sure in regards to this. So just use watts. Use watts. Watts. And in regards to the technologies, in regards to charging, when you have multitude of technologies that can charge with 5 volts, 9 volts, 12 volts, 15 volts, 20 volts, and now of course it's going further up. I think it's up to 48. That is the new technology and all that. But in any case, you have PPS, and PPS go from 3.3 volts to up to 21 volts at the moment. So it can be from it can be anywhere in that place in regards of voltage. It's also actually interesting because I wonder if you can then just actually force the chargers to actually stay at a specific level and actually just use the charger for like a whatever voltage you actually want or need. But anyway, the problem is that if you have 2 amps with 5 volts is not the same as 2 amps with 20 volts. Like 2 amps with 20 volts is 40 watts, but 2 amps with 5 volts is 10 watts. So you see the difference, right? It's a huge difference, So you cannot, you should not have anything to do with the amps. It doesn't make any sense. Like when they sell these solar panels and they use amps, it's like amps, It's like it doesn't make any sense. There's a few solar panels I've seen which actually use watts in regards to what they actually produce, real watts. And the watts is the watt that actually tells you what actually is produced, and which you can use to compare with other things. Even if you have like, oh, you have a 12-volt battery, you have a 24-volt battery, and all that. Well, one amp in regards to 12-volt battery is not, it's 1 amp. It's not the same. You cannot use the amps. You should not use the amps. And you still have people, oh, it's a good idea to, but no, it's not a good idea. Never been a good idea. You use watts, okay? So you know what is actually produced, and you can compare it with, you take 1 watt number with another watt number, and it will be the right number. So if you have 40 watts one place and you have 40 watts another place, it's the same thing that is being produced. I have 40 watts. Anyway, so you have some coffee, and it's very close to the Sabbath. In regards to the last day of the week, I haven't really prepared anything like that. I just woken up, so I'm going to get some coffee here. But yeah, I get kind of tired, and it's very tedious with all these things. Overall, I think the Tank 3 Mobile Pro Mobile is a wonderful mobile, actually. Although I had to root it because of this nonsense that I want to have access to my data. So the problem is with rooting it. Every single time I've rooted an Android phone, it becomes sick. And what do I mean with sick? There's some issues with it. There'll be some issues here and there that might not be in the non-rooted version. And the problem is, now that my mobile is rooted and I do have some issues, like the back camera not working in at least 2 programs, then the problem is it because I rooted the phone, or is it this standard? I have no clue. I don't know if it's because I rooted it or if this is a standard issue in the new version that they have. So I can't. It's kind of a little hard because I can't really knock them on the head for it. It's like, because I have no idea if it's actually a problem in the standard version, or if it's just me. If it's just in regards to the rooted version or none. So anyway, it's like I tried it in 2 different programs like Discord and Omi TV. Omi TV was a wonderful program if you want to test how much your mobile can handle, because the mobile heats so much up. It becomes a hot cake or whatever. And usually Omi TV will totally kind of ruin your mobile in regards of heat and make it stall and falter and all that. So this is a very good test program for your mobile, what it really can do. Because it's loading data, it's throwing out data, and it's using the camera and all that, and video and all that. It gets the mobile very hot, which is kind of interesting that the mobiles are still struggling with things when you think about it. Like, it's just they say they become quicker and better and all that, and yet they're still struggling with these things. Like, yeah, well, anyway, probably they do that on purpose. But yeah, so but I've been very, very happy with the Tank 3. I've had it for nearly 2 weeks now, but I've been setting a lot of things up and still have a lot of setting things up to do and all that, and still testing out the battery thing, and I'm trying to find a DC to DC thing, and actually I found one, but it doesn't totally work as this is the first one I've tested of these PPS. It's a PPS thing. The problem is it doesn't, as far as I know, work with 12 volt. I still need to do further testing and all that, but it needs to have 20 volt at least to actually work with the PPS. Besides that, so I hacked the planet, gotten some USB-C, and fixed a thing so it fixes 20 volts, and going to this little cable here, and which also have this little guy. So of course a lot of Anderson plugs as well, because we love Anderson. Anderson is the bomb. Love Anderson. Anderson is just the best. If you want any cable or any plug thing, for low voltage and all that, maybe also be able to use it as high voltage, but I'm not entirely. But yeah, you should at least be a little careful if you go above that, because you can see the things inside. Although it is very hard to get your fingers in it, I guess if you're small enough, a child, or maybe you could maybe get your fingers in there with, you can see the poles in there. I want to see if we can get some light. No? Oh, well, anyway, flash, oh, low battery and all that. I guess, anyway, let's see here. So as you can see, there's these metal things in there. It's very hard, at least for a grown-up, to get your fingers in there. But if you're running 230 volts or something like that on these, I don't know in regards of law and all that, but these should be made to up to 450 volts as far as I recall. But anyway, just use it for low voltage at least. Love them. I have a whole line of Anderson plugs right there. It's the pretty much the only thing I nearly use now. I love them. Oh, it's that? That was something that made it hot. Anyway, so yeah, this is the one I got, but the problem is, again, it doesn't seem like it works with 12 volts. So I'm looking into others, but it's a little hard to actually get other kinds. You have some really big ones out there that should be able to do PPS and all that. The thing is, if I do the 230 volts with the 120 watt charger that is with the mobile, which is also very nice of them to actually provide like a mobile charger. Why? Who would think about actually, fixing a mobile charger with the mobile? Wow, what an idea, right? It's a wonderful charger, by the way. It works very good with the phone. So I haven't had any problems with it. But the problem is that when you do it from a system like this that gets the power from the solar panel outside and all that, the problem with that is that you use, just by running this, uses 7 watts. So just by running this little thing, uses 7 watts by default. So now if it doesn't do anything, not produce anything and all that, it still uses 7 watts to fix the DC to AC and all that. Besides that, it's also, of course, conversion from the DC low voltage to higher voltage, and then down again to low voltage. That's a couple of steps that makes a loss. So what I'm looking into at the moment is in regards of a DC to DC that actually can do it without actually doing this, and I guess I can use the charger for other things and all that. Who knows? For another place or whatever. In any case, this is what I'm looking into. I have found some of those car chargers that look very good and might actually work. Who knows? Because again, the problem is in regards to the stats and all that, they don't really tell you much. That's typical. So you need to buy them and test them and see if it actually works or not. Of course, the first thing you want to look for, can it actually do PPS? Because if it doesn't say anything in regards to PPS, at least it's not worth trying out. But anyway, we of course need to find one. If one of us in the community just find one that works with 12 volts in regards to this PPS, then we can tell everybody else this one works with the mobile. Again, although the base use I have actually do work when it's run 20 volts in regards to Hack the Planet with the USB-C, tricking it to 20 volt, and then it actually works. It works very good. But again, I would like to actually have something actually working with the 12 volt. So I can actually just put it directly into the machine and all that. But hey, it's better than nothing, Anyways, let's see what we have further of missing data in the blah, blah, blah. I guess it's because it hasn't been turned on at that point. And we can see how much it uses, minus 753 milliamps. But again, milliamps, I hate the milliamps. I don't care about the amps. I want some watts. I don't want all this milliamp bullshit or amp bullshit. I want watts, because again, that can be a different, and you can also see the voltage of the battery, 7,253 and all that. We might have some advertising on these apps and all that. Well, I actually did turn on, so there shouldn't actually be that many coming through, but anyway, by the way, that's another application, you guys, if you hate advertising and all that, because they just love throwing advertising at us. Download Tracker Control. With Tracker Control, you can, and it's free, you can, make an contact, and you can go in and you can get more details on that and all that. But what the wonderful thing is, you can actually block these things. Oh, too bad. You can't get access to the internet anymore. So, I don't think I have anything in regards to the MX player that actually go on the. Anyway, maybe the application will itself be kind of angry if you do it, but hey, you know. Although if you don't have any battery and all that, you should still be able to, or any internet, you should still be able to run it. Which is free application, runs in the middle of things, and it checks if there's something. Warden is another application that you can where you can scan all your application, then it will run in the background. It will check for trackers, and when you have rooted, I think you can actually try to remove some of them, but I haven't tried that. But anyway, there's another application I don't have installed at the moment where you can do things, but it becomes very complicated and lots of things and all that, and my brain is just not, it's filled with so many other things. Anyway, back to the battery. At the moment, we have 8%, and maybe I should just, while recording, maybe I should just drop the projector here, so we are not going to use that much battery power. As you can see now, it's down to 4 watts at the moment, 4.7. See what like wonderful application. Now this is the watt application that actually is making this little thing up here. And again, you can pay for it on Google Store, but if you want it for free, or if you don't have the possibility of paying to Google Store, because they're buttholes and all that, tyrannic buttholes that doesn't apparently want to accept PayPal. Yeah, they do have PayPal, but the PayPal still needs to be connected to a credit card, which, you need to have this new digital bullshit, and thereby I cannot connect to it. So, hey, Google, you apparently don't want my money and resources, so too bad, yeah. It's just how it is. It's this tyrannic world where it becomes more and more controlled and more insane and all that. Anyway, I guess this is a kind of CPU thing. We have usage 15, 21, 42 Celsius. Usage curve. We have some data. I'm not entirely sure why. I think I bought this application. I'm not entirely sure. You can see screen resolution of the Tank 3 Pro, screen density, inches, blue 8849, Tank 3, and we got some model, voltage, temperature, level, total RAM, 15.15 gigabyte, because it's never 16 gigabyte, because, and total ROM 466.12 might be used. I don't even know why they use ROM. Read only memory. Like what? Is that like read only memory is something else? So I have no idea why they use the ROM thing. That seems to be another butthole move of people that are just crazy and have no idea of things. Or it should stand for something else. I have no idea. But read only memory is like not. That's not something you would use for hard drives. That's storage. Anyway, RAM. Let's see here. Read. I can't even remember what that. Read. I can't remember. Anyway, brain not working apparently. But yeah, it's just so many bullshit things these days. Okay, battery load, battery percentage manual. No idea what this application is. Hour, minute. Apparently, you can do some calculations. Battery type. Oh, is this just calculations for standard batteries, I guess? Intermax voltage, manual battery percentage, select voltage. That's interesting. Okay, so there's like 12, let's see, 6 volts. And you have the different battery, use different batteries have different, settings of voltage and all that. But I guess this is kind of a calculating program for that, so it doesn't really have much to do with. So battery load, we can throw that down here. We have the charger thing here. See here, main value 561 milliamp, 400. There again, current. Was like quite current. Wait a minute, that current. Okay, value. Minimum value current, okay, max value. And they also have like amps, battery detail, discharging, battery current average, battery now, battery health, voltage 7.33, temperature. That seems to be a little wrong. written temperature. Anyway, we can see what it says, right? And then battery capacity, right? Which kind of is not the right capacity if you, yeah, it's kind of, we have some CPU information and all that. Probably don't need that for anything. Version and so version STK34, we have tank 3, and maybe in regards to the version of this is actually the reason why one of the games doesn't want to work in regards to a new modern version, even if it's a new modern game. But allow charger to make and make. Why does it want to do that? About SIM. Oh, of course, in regards to SIM card. Okay. Anyway, let's just not do that at the moment while recording. So we have power line, a blue thing here. Apparently we can go pro, so I guess this is a shareware thing. I'm not sure what it is actually. Added more indicators, just in whatever. Okay, so how do I fix that? Do I push over here or something like that? No, line thickness. Okay. Maybe that's the top thing. That's on the top of the screen. I have some weird things up on top of the screen, which I still don't know exactly what it is, but they're crawling up here, and maybe that's the battery top thing. Let's see if we do like that, if it removes. Yeah, okay. So this is something in regards to do with the battery. I guess it might actually be that the battery is now low, and maybe it fills it up when it's full. And of course we are on 8 and all that, so that was interesting. So also that's the power line. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. And apparently there's a pro version, which apparently, in regards to the pro maybe you can actually use this one. Maybe, no, app not found. So it's probably a PayPal app, which I can't do anymore because I'm just a second-grade citizen in this nation. I'm a Jew in Nazi Germany. That's just how it is. There's, Anyway, so we have AMP. So let's see here. We have the CPU application, which I think I paid for or something like that in the past. We also have this application. Xkernel. Actually, I didn't think that I wouldn't use any of these applications that could, in regards if you root your phone and all that. But apparently, I can't really remember what I actually did inside this application. I did stuff, in the past. So I have some temp information, lots of different temp tools. I don't know. Flash. I guess in regards of maybe flashing different systems, whatever. But yeah, again, the problem is at the moment is in regards to the camera, and I don't have an unrooted version, and I guess I could unroot the phone and then root it again without losing your data. As far as I recall, I can just take the standard thing, what do you call it, put it over to it, and then it would be unrooted, and then I could test it out. But I still have opened the bootloader, and that might have an effect on the system as well, because it's just typical. But yeah, of course, at the moment I am rooted, and I have 4 applications that is sorting the root thing here, and apparently also 3 battery manager apparently also has. Yeah, anyway, the sun seems to pretty much have gone down, so that would say that we're in the 7th day, and we should take a break from it all. Oh, I did get some coffee and all that. This application looks pretty good. Battery, let's see, that was something in regards to watts. There we go. Look at that. Even if it says the milliamps, at least it has the watts down at least, they should pretty much make that opposite. We want to see the amps. We want to see, I have no clue in regards to the milliamps, It's just like, it's a dishonest way to show things. Give me can we actually change it to, I want to change it to watts, Okay, I guess I need to go in and complain to them about it and tell them how big of buttholes they are for using milliamps, and that they should go and use watts, Many people today have lots of demons in them and all that, and they love running to insanity, and they cannot understand why we should use watts instead of milliamps. It's the same thing with all the dishonest people in regards to storage. Every time you get a hard drive, they are dishonest. Every time you get a micro SD card, they're dishonest. Every time you go out and buy RAM, they are dishonest. But everybody else does it, right? So then it makes it okay, apparently. And now, if everyone else runs around and murder children and all that, apparently it's okay to do it yourself, right? No, it's of course not. It's just because everybody lies doesn't mean it's okay that you are lying. Yeah. Anyway, it's disgusting, it's filthy, and it's diabolical, and we shouldn't go with the devil. We should go with truth, always. Anyway, apparently app usage. Oh, that's interesting. So we have the car game that I've been playing a little to test the system. I can actually stream and play the game without any issues on this mobile. And if it gets hot and all that, you can always turn on the fan. Discord I've used a little. Omi TV I used, and Fennec Droid. That's the browser. That's the old Fire browser, because the new Fire, the new browser is just full of bullshit. Because this world is full of insanity. I just want my old Firefox browser with a good design, and sadly, a lot of websites gets updated all the time apparently. So, so because of that, because of that, a lot of websites just stops working apparently, because we have this updating, in lack of better wording, hell. It's just madness. Always updates. If I go on Play Store, that's probably some updates already for applications. Android launcher tree. Not entirely sure what that is, but apparently is that the standard application? Or, I don't know. But anyway, Discord have been using some energy. Omi TV has been using some energy. Fennec F-Droid has been using some energy, and of course the Hot Lab game here has been using some energy. But again, capacity used, milliamps hours. You gotta be kidding me. I don't get anything out of that. I want some watts. Now, what is this? I'm not sure what this is. Capacity 2330.0 milliamp hours. I have no clue in regards to how much that would be in regards to energy. Again, does it use in regards to what kind of voltage and this and that? I don't get any sense in regards to how much is really used. The mobile 551 milliamps and all that. Yeah, and how much is that? Like, if I look up here, it's like 3.8 watts. That makes sense. But this other thing, milliamps, just give me a break. You disgusting, filthy people with absolutely no sanity. Just saying it, someone has to complain about it, okay? Because no one apparently want to do it, and no one want to point out, things that are the way it should be. And in these days, it's even, in the past, at least you could see there was some issues, but at least there was like kind of a possibility that we could go in the right direction. But these days, most people have just absolutely gone totally nuts, naughty nuts, There's no sanity in people anymore. It's just totally lost. Everybody just went totally insane, apparently. And very few people have any sanity left, it seems. Okay, so we have some battery life here. Now, of course, I'm going to delete a lot of these applications here and there and all that. Okay, we have the information about, 39 Celsius, 28 minutes, good. And then we have minus some kind of milliamp nonsense, and in regards to what can I use this for? What minus what? In regards to what? What are we talking about? Minus 504,000 milliamps. So that would be minus 500. Is that what is being used? Maybe there's a problem in regards to 1,000 here. Probably, yeah. Because probably would be 502 and all that. So probably there's like 1,000 thing difference that is wrong, and you can probably in regards to settings maybe. No, that's not it. I had one of these applications just totally. You have full charge. You have full charge. You have full charge. Yeah, okay. Don't see anything in regards of, and as you can see, these are probably where the ads would be. But we have some system that just gives the long middle finger to the ads. Okay, give me a break with the nonsense of ads my this and ad my, oh, we're so concerned about your privacy and security and all that, or we'll just push all these stinking ads at you, and we'll just, or we just need your information to find out, so we can give you ads that is kind of, for you specifically. So that means you're sniffing my butthole. Oh, okay. Yeah, but you're so concerned about our privacy, and but at the same time you're just sniffing our buttholes. Yeah, disgusting, evil people. It's like Firefox, right? You install Firefox and they will say, "Oh, we're so concerned about your privacy," and blah 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 blah. Next thing, they send you to Google search engine. You know why they do that? Because money, 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 money. And then I was banned from the channel. Oh yeah, it doesn't take much to tell them the truth. Then you get banned. Well, I'm not going to keep shut just because people ban me and all that. If they want to be evil and work for the devil and all that, that's that. But I'm not going to step down just because someone doesn't like it. Anyway, full battery, thief, alarm, and all that. Never compromise on what you like. I had this mobile from Germany and all that, and they were very angry in regards to the review I made for the mobile and all that. Hey, I can't, if you make something that is crap, I really wanted to like that mobile and all that. I really wanted to support the mobile and all that, but it was crap. People might believe what you say. Yeah, well, if they do, they might get a better mobile, okay? They might not waste their money and time on this nonsense of a mobile, which you drop like 15 centimeters off the ground and then the screen breaks. Not the screen. What do you call it? No, the screen itself behind the screen protector. Breaks. Like, you gotta be kidding me. And it's like €100 every single time you do that. Yeah, right. Anyway, oh, but you got a defect, mobile. Yeah, okay. Well, you say so, and yet you. Yeah, well, anyway, I should have gotten all my money back in regards to that. But anyway, that was kind of deceptive in regards of, the idea was that they were going to send me a new screen, and then, you know, but after making a deal with them, where I thought that they would still send the screen, they just went back on the screen. Well, I think they should then have sent all my money back for that stinking mobile that broke so easily. They themselves have said that it was defect and all that. Anyway, that's past and all that, but I would never buy a company from that German company. That was just stinking evil. It's like you cannot, I really wanted to like the phone, used a lot of, waste of time and setting it up and all that. Like I think they're still selling it with two cameras, back cameras, and only one of the back cameras, as far as I know, still works. Like, how dishonest. Hey, yeah, we have two cameras, but one of them doesn't work. We just don't tell you about that. It's like, hello, give me a break. You cannot just say, oh, we have two back cameras, but one of them are not working. Anyway, I don't know if they sorted it out, but it's just disgusting. Just like, oh, we have these two cameras, but one of them is not working. Anyway, okay, so we pretty much, well, I guess the sun has gone down and I shouldn't be talking about. I really should get back and take a break from it all. It is the day of rest, and in regards to this, if it's Friday today, it is. And the sun should have gone down. Now, again, usually I would have some sun times applications that actually calculate things in regards to when the sun goes down. And not sure what this large system default, not sure what it, oh, text size. Oh, it says text size, let's try to, okay. Oh, is that a 6? I don't know, let's just take normal for now. A display, I have no idea in regards to these, so let's just say for now, let's just say okay, location, what is this Phoenix thing, I have no idea, let's just say, yeah, and this 8047, blah blah blah, yeah, that's probably okay. Alarms, no idea, battery optimization, oh, battery optimization, what's that? Okay, so show alarm clock in the app tray. I don't know if that, can we see anything? No, I can't. In the app tray. Oh, no. don't know. Anyway, next, sometimes it's free and open source. I had another application I actually used, which I still have, I guess, on some of the older mobiles, and all of a sudden the guy just put in all sorts of spyware into the application. It's just disgusting, And that seems to be correct, Yeah, around Copenhagen, yep. So, oh, we apparently got, okay, sun times. Why do we have two sun times now? And we have a sometime this one, but I think this is actually from another. Uh, oh, now we have one, two, three. Okay, it's kind of weird. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so usually you can like widget in regards of the sun. Let's see if we can find it. Oh my, it gets to be a long list in regards to applications. There we go, sun widgets, and let's see here when the sun goes down. Let's take this one for now. But yeah, I need to fix that again. Let's just say yes and blah blah blah. Let's see what we have. Oh, okay. So it goes. No, this is tomorrow, 2:57. There's something wrong with that. Tomorrow will be 1.50, but the sun shouldn't go down and up at that level. Okay, there's something wrong, or maybe a restart. I don't know, but and I guess the Vigits apparently I don't know why there's now two of these. So we have three of the sun times. I don't know what's going on with that. Why do we have this and that and this one? It opens up the same thing, and yet now we have three. Maybe it's because I rooted the phone that makes issues and all that. Again, every time I rooted a phone in regards to Google, you always seems to get some kind of bullshit going on. And they probably did that on purpose because Google is evil and they don't want us to root the phones and all that. I don't really know why, but apparently there's like now three of these. And they seem to open the same thing. What can I actually see app info? If I uninstall it, what happens to all of the three then? Yeah. Okay, so something clearly is not totally good and all that. Again, I rooted the phone, and I know that usually the phones become sick when you do that, and you can hit into issues. But not, of course, I don't have too much, so I can't really test it. Oh, we installed it and blah blah blah. Okay, next, 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 next. Oops, next, 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 next. Blah 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 blah. Okay, let's see. Finally, we didn't get multiple. Again, it's just the rubbish that we have these days, everywhere around us. And it's just one thing and one thing and one thing. So it becomes you're always sitting and trying to fix things. It gets very tedious, very annoying, and very disgusting. But that's the way the devil likes it. That wasting our time. Anyway, we have 6% left of the battery. So let's start with this one. Let's see here. So we have, milliamps, and we have capacity, 23.8 milliamp, oh, sorry, amp hours, voltage of the battery, and you have a lot of stats and all that. But the thing is, you can get a lot of stats here in regards to the battery, but again, it's milliamps and it's not watts. I don't know if there's a setting where you can actually get watts instead somewhere. But I'm sick and tired of these milliamps and all that, and I'm going to, of course, complain about it as usual, and hopefully someone will take the complaining into and doing something about it. But besides that, we'll just use the applications that actually can figure things out and have some sanity, and hopefully other people out there will do the same thing and go download this application in regards to this guy and tell him he's just awesome and wonderful, that he actually made an application which actually have watt hours and that is actually free and all that, and you can actually get a little watt thing up here, and you want to kiss him and say he's just awesome, because he had put it freely on F-Droid and it's open source and all that. So thank you very much. What was the guy's name? Can't remember. Let's see here if we can find him again. So go to this little thing, and maybe you can actually just go directly to GitHub and just download the APK, so you don't even need to install this F-Droid, which I'm not totally too happy about because they deleted the gap thing, which is disgusting. The political thing and all that is just evil. And the applications that went against Gap and all that. Hey, you might not agree with everything in regards to the Roman papers and all that, and that Gap platform and all that, but just because they don't want porn on that platform and all that, they shouldn't be kicked out, okay? And they don't want grooming of children and all that. What is this disgusting, filthy world come to these days, huh? You evil, stinking people out there. Yeah, that's what know who you are, right? There's so many of you out there that's just full of demons. You need to repent and look to Jesus Christ. That's the only one way to everlasting life, and that's through Jesus Christ. So repent and look to the one who was executed for the sins of the world once and for all. Jehovah's Passover lamb. Oh, my brain is not working as good as it should. Jehovah's spotless, sinless, perfect Passover lamb that was slain on behalf of you and me for the sins of the world, for the transgressions that we have done against God. And he did it once and for all. Not like the Roman papists and their cookie Jesus and the mass and all that evil, disgusting filth. Anyway, so we want to kiss Dustin Brown, not in a homosexual sodomite way or anything like that, but we are very, very, very happy that he's just an awesome guy that made this awesome application. Actually, is open source that everybody can get for free. Dustin Brown, you're awesome. Thank you very much for that application and having it free, so people like me that can't get anything on the internet anymore, that can actually get it anyway, and everybody else go get it. If you really want to know what your mobile really are using and in regards to charging and all that, just go get it. It has watts. Don't fool around with the amps, okay? Amps are bullshit. Doesn't make any sense in regards to how much energy there is. If you're fixing in regards to cables and all that, that makes sense in regards to amps, because amps kind of makes the heat and issues and all that. And so, but we're not talking about cables here, okay? Your mobile is not a cable. Your mobile is a phone with a battery inside, or maybe two batteries like this one, or two cells into one battery. So like, look at this application, like milliamps, like, oh, we're using milliamps. You gotta be kidding me. Anyway, and I think actually this is a paid application, and it's like, it sucks, Where's the watts? I don't need milliamps, I need watts. And yeah, so at some point I'm going into Play Store and I'm going to give them zero, well, 1 star maybe is the for many of these people, and tell them, give me watts any day, so I know what is actually on it. Because I have no clue in regards to the amps. Anyway, so change theme, height logger, temperature. There's some temperature in regards to the battery, notification, and port. I don't actually know how many you can actually have up here, because right here there's a camera, right? So I'm not sure how many actually is. You have some things over here, you have some things over here, but is there actually even more right there? Is this little dot actually saying that there's more? Not entirely sure. So maybe some apps comes over here in regards to the mobile, maybe other apps. So maybe you could actually take maybe the clock thing actually could be put over there instead. So if these are like the other kind of applications, you might have a little more room, which is kind of nice, because they're here. You still have, I don't know, maybe it's I don't know how, maybe there's still room. I don't know in regards to the dot thing. Anyway, I'll figure that out. Default importance reset. Well, no, but nothing in regards of watts as far as I can see. So what we're going to do with that, I guess in regards to, no, this was not it. Where was it? Amp, this one. So this is an amp, and I think I paid for it, but anyway, we're going to probably delete it, because it's only, and complain of course, in regards to amps. But anyway, this is going over to the left, or to the right, sorry. No, actually, we should actually put it to the left, because they are left brains, The brain has left the building, so let's put them over there. Okay, we have watts. We're going to wait a minute. Actually, opposite. That depends, I guess, how where you what angle you see it. But from my view, I guess right is over there, and this is the left. So yeah, they left the brain. I need some more coffee. The brain is apparently not working totally 100%. We also have these two applications up here. Recording applications should not be needed, but I haven't tested the other function yet and figured out how it works and all that. But as I understand it, they actually have fixed auto recording into it, although there might be something in regards to the EU thing, which I still haven't sorted out what that is, and I haven't really gotten a good explanation in regards of it yet, you know. I was kicked out of Discord from their channel, so that wasn't very nice of them. But I'm still writing to them in regards of emails. It was like the same thing with the German phone. I had access to the people inside the company at the top, you know, and the program and all that. But I didn't, you know, the community just didn't like me because they were evil, you know. Um, but I guess maybe it's a snack, you know. I'm still on Facebook, you know, in regards to that. So they haven't, although there's still a lot of things that is awaiting. They have a group on Facebook. Let's see here, Facebook, that people can go and well, okay, apparently not lucky and all that. But there's a Facebook group for the Tank 3 phone. I also have fixed the Discord, but apparently there seems to be some. I don't know in regards to much in regards to Discord and all that. And there seems to be a rubbish thing as well with a lot of evil things. You know, there's evil everywhere in the world these days. Anyway, so this application was like amps. This application is also seemingly amps and so about Ampere basic settings. No, well, that's a dark theme. Let's put that on. Enable reasons, but that doesn't seem to be privacy settings. Give me a break, you know. And we have the Pro. Apparently, this is a shareware version. I guess that's what we called in the past, right? A try version, a shareware version. What did we have? We had shareware, and we had try. No shareware. We had some different words in the past. Shareware. You could try the application, and if you liked it, you could. So here we like see, okay, blah 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 blah. What Ampere is good for is to find the best charger and charging cable.